Come, let us practice Tantric Chanting that to help us meditate like a Jedi. As the tip of our left index finger supports the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger, palms up in our lap, let us practice energy work. Let us practice the energy work of bliss and letting go in such a manner that it feels as if the force itself is giving us a kiss upon the top of our head. We do this not through blind faith, nor through visualization, but by using the quick and easy path of chanting. Let us chant the 6 syllables, Lama, come to pay crown. 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 Let us practice this evening's first set of the awareness and letting go that is meditating like a Jedi, the 7th and 8th folds of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. As we feel air enter our nostrils, we could silently and mentally recite, we could practice the essence of mindfulness by simply silently and mentally reciting the verb watch. As we feel air exit our nostrils, we could practice the essence of meditation by silently and mentally reciting the verb rest. Together, let us sit and breathe and watch and rest. Good evening, Ruth. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Let us touch the tip of our left thumb to the tip of its, to the lowest crease of its left little finger. This is to remind us, or to keep track, that we're now going to begin counting our first set of 16 inhalations. On our right hand, we count those inhalations. With each inhalation, we advance our thumb. Having completed our first 16 inhalations, we now advance the tip of our left thumb up its left little finger to the second set of creases. Now we go back to using the tip of our left index finger to support the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger, palms up in our lap. And yes, of course, this at first can seem overwhelming. But repetition is the mother of skill. Practice this once every 12 hours, and within a week or two, you could be very comfortable with it. Let us practice holocron-like exercises of impermanence and interdependence, the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. The Buddha taught that there were four bases of enlightenment: the circumstantial, the physical, the interpersonal, and the mental. Let us begin with the circumstantial. Now I'm going to chant, and if you would like to chant with me, you're welcome to join me right here on the Tube app. If you can see my face and the text, you are already on the Tube app. No need for FOMO. As we relax into our exhalation, these circumstances are lots we saw during our previous inhalation. Could feel as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light. That could delightfully absorb into this body or form. Let us divide the silent and mental recitation of this six-syllable synopsis between our inhalation and our exhalation into form, all lots melt. And this is figurative, so let's not get ourselves worked up. We turn our attention now to the physical. As we relax into our exhalation, these bodies or forms we felt during our previous inhalation could feel as impermanent and interdependent. Oh, one moment. 1, 2, 3. Let's make relax bold. And let's make saw underlined. 1, 2, 3. Again, we're going to bold, relax, and underline felt. As we relax into our exhalation, these bodies or forms we felt during our previous inhalation could feel as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light. That could delightfully absorb into this communication or speech. Into speech, all forms melt. We now turn our attention to the interpersonal. As we relax into our exhalation, the experience of the interpersonal speech or communication we heard during our previous inhalation could feel as impermanent and interdependent, as if it could blissfully melt into rainbow light, that could delightfully absorb into this mind. Into mind, all speech melts. In addition to turning our attention to the mental, we're also going to explore the meaning of the metaphor of emptiness. As we relax into our exhalation, all the lucid perceiving, emoting, intending, thinking, recalling and imagining minds we noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into our vast empty void. Like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn. Whoops. Coordination, don't fail me now. Whoops, what's going on here? Okay, let's try this again. Well, something is just not working right here. Okay. Like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which although could look tantalizing to the eye, could feel non-graspable to the hand. Into void all minds melt. This brings us to this evening's second set of the awareness and letting go. That is meditating like a Jedi, the seventh and eighth folds of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. The moment you have a specific question about Buddhist or Taoist philosophy or meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window. There's often much confusion about the idea of selflessness or no self. Why is it misunderstood? Sturgeon's law reminds us that 90% of everything sucks. Since the Neolithic Revolution, humans have been stuck in their survival mechanisms, which tend to cause us to be terribly rigid, fearful, superstitious, controlling, elitist, cryptic, competitive, and cruel. One of the side effects of being rigid is that figures of speech are lost on us, and we tend to view things rather literally. And so when we read of no self, and we take that literally, it just opens up a whole can of confusion. But what happens if we treat it as a figure of speech? Every time we inhale, we are already wired to watch, thanks to the middle bit of our spinal cord, described as our sympathetic nervous system. Every time we exhale, we are already wired to rest, thanks to the top bit and the bottom bit of our spinal cord, described as our parasympathetic nervous system. Consider this. Every time we relax into our exhalation, whatever we noticed during our previous inhalation could fleetingly feel less stressful, less permanent, and even less defining. Remember, this is not permanent. This is fleeting until our next in-breath again. So, for instance, During our inhalation, we might be defined by anger. During our exhalation, that anger might fleetingly no longer define us. Or think of it this way, as we breathe in, we might experience a sense of self. As we relax into our exhalation, that same sense of self could feel a little bit less tangible. It's just that simple. However, not everyone we meet is wise or kind, and some cruel people who are also thick and slow and dull will use the doctrine of selflessness or the doctrine of emptiness as license to be just as cruel and sadistic as they please. They will cut you and curse you for bleeding, saying that if you truly understood emptiness or no self, you wouldn't mind at all. That is malarkey. 50% of the Buddha's path pertains to loving kindness. If someone is not loving and kind to you, they may be many things, but a fully enlightened teacher is not one of them. But to sit and breathe and watch and rest. If you've just joined me on the Tube app, welcome aboard. There's no need to torture ourselves. The moment you feel discomfort, feel free to gently adjust your legs as often as you need. I don't know about you, but I was super controlling. When I first started Buddhism, I wanted to do everything perfectly, and which was laudable, but I went about it the wrong way, trying to control every thought, every feeling, every sensation. It wasn't until I had the very good fortune to encounter Bakatuku Rinpoche, who explained to me the key to emptiness was simply relaxing. So during our inhalation, we choose to watch what goes on vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly. And be open to the present moment experience, whether that which we experience is external or internal, physical or mental, pleasurable or painful, interesting or boring, glorious or grotesque. Some teachers get off on confusing their students. They think it's spiritual. No, they're just intoxicated by elitism. One of the greatest teachers China ever produced, forgive my pronunciation, was Yongjie Xuanzhui, who wrote a text which in English is known as the Song of Enlightenment. And twice in that poem, he wrote, "If you do not understand this, ask me about it." He did not delight in the confusion of others. Au contraire, he was happy to speak plainly. If your teacher cannot speak plainly or won't speak plainly, then find a better one. Einstein said that any educated idiot can make things more complicated, more difficult, more violent, but it takes a lot of courage and a little bit of genius to go in the other direction. Leonardo da Vinci explained that simplicity was the zenith of elegance. Any fool can make things opaque. The wise make things crystal clear. Consider communism. A fool will buffet you with polysyllabic terms and a bizarre vocabulary sheet. The wise will say, talk about cooperation and kindness and the meeting of needs. Associate with the wise. It may rub off on you. In Philosophy 101, we should be taught the logical fallacy of an ad hominem attack, where instead of debating a subject, you attack the character of the person you're debating with. There's a famous politician, Secretary Clinton, when confronted about the genocide in Gaza, will simply laugh. She will literally laugh at people saying, you are clearly ignorant on the subject. So she doesn't actually explain the subject or her point of view. She just attacks the person trying to discuss the subject with her. She's not alone. She's not the first person to do this. But it is a visceral example that we cannot benefit from those so foolish or cruel as to attack us rather than educate us. This is seen most poignantly in the most recent edition of Knives Out on Netflix. I think it was called Wake Up Dead Man. Whereas the protagonist or one of the protagonists was a horrible minister who would call people out in the pulpit and just break them and drive them out of his church. Cruelty, no gender, no culture, no language, has cornered the market on cruelty. Sadly, it is ubiquitous. In Zen Master Dogen's Opus Magnus, the Shubo Genzo, one of the first, in one of the earlier chapters, he tells a tale of a teacher, a Roshi, who spoke only in riddles and did not care that his students did not understand. Good-hearted, enthusiastic students, committed students. And he actually wound up compounding the confusion of his students rather than providing an antidote. So this problem is neither unique nor new. Sadly, I'm autistic, so I'm prone to using polysyllabic words, where a monosyllabic word will do just fine. Sometimes I speak more like Mr. Spock than Dr. McCoy. As the tip of our left oopsie, gotta tap this button. As the tip of our left middle finger supports the great knuckle of our right middle finger, palms up in our lap. Let us practice the energy work of bliss and letting go in such a manner that it could feel like the Force itself is giving us a hug. Lama, blend with this mind. 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 As we breathe in, let us watch the antics of mind. As we breathe out, let us relax into mind's non-graspable nature. As we feel our chest swell, let us silently and mentally recite the verb watch. As we feel our chest subtly sink, let us silently and mentally recite the verb rest. Let us practice the holocron-like exercises of love and letting go. Rather than indulge or controlling tendencies with all follies of active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief, we could just recite these kind words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors or statements literal, and instead relax into the flexibility that savors the chance explaining metaphors as similes. Let's chant an explanation of this 10-syllable mantra. Om symbolizes bringing to mind, Tade symbolizes spiritual liberation. Tade symbolizes physical liberation. Tude symbolizes blessing. Soha symbolizes the wish that all beings master such dynamic kindness. Let us begin by bringing the mental into the path of love, which is the second fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. May all minds of all beings know me as joyfully enlightened or Bodhi as the mind of a real or imagined Buddha symbolized by a bija, one syllable seed mantra, tom or clay drop. Bodhi joy for all minds. We come now to the first of 4 mantra meditations, which is the union of love and letting go. As we breathe in, we practice love. As we breathe out, we practice letting go. As we breathe in, we silently and mentally recite the entirety of the 6-syllable synopsis, Bodhi joy for all minds. As we exhale, we do 2 things. We physically relax as best we can, while simultaneously striving to chant the 10-syllable mantra 4 times per breath, for a total of 4 breaths. Om Tade Du Dade Du Re So Wa, 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 Om Tade Du Dade Du Re So Wa. Om Tade Du Dade Du Re So Wa, 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 Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa. We now bring our experience of the interpersonal into the path of love, the third fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. May all relationships, communication, all speech of all beings now be as peacefully loving as a real or imagined Buddhist speech or communication symbolized by this horizontal tensorable mantra. Peaceful love for all speech. Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa. Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa. Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa. Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Tare Du Dare Duri Sawa. Let us now bring our experience of the physical into the path of love, the fourth fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. May all bodies or forms of all beings now enjoy the beautiful health depicted in Buddha's statuary. Of the blissful body of a Devi or Yadam, an archetype of enlightenment such as green Tara. As we breathe in, we can recite beauty, health. As we exhale, we can recite for all forms. Om Dare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Om Dare Du Dare Duri Sawa, Tariru Nani Nuri Sowa. Om 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 Tariru Nani Nuri Sowa. Let us now bring our experience of the circumstantial into the path of love, the fifth fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. May all circumstances, all lots of all beings now have that safety, great fortune, or boon. As a Buddha's real or imagined paradise per land or vanity. Great fortune for all lots. Om Tariru Nani Nuri Sowa. 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 To you who have just joined me on the Tube app, welcome aboard. Let us practice the fourth and final set of this evening's awareness and letting go, that is, meditating like a Jedi. Awareness and letting go comprise the seventh and eighth folds of the Buddha's Eightfold Path, and they generate the effortless effort or Wu Wei of the sixth fold. As we feel our lungs swell, let us silently and let me rephrase this. The most efficient way to practice mindfulness is for us to silently and mentally recite the verb watch each time we feel our lungs gently swell. The most efficient way to practice meditation is for us to silently and mentally recite the verb rest each time we feel our chest gently sink as we exhale. So together, let us sit and breathe and watch and rest. Now don't be shy. The moment you have a specific question about Buddhist or Taoist philosophy or meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window. Oops, was that the wrong button? I guess it was. Let's try that again. In our compassion may we long to free all beings from the toxic tyranny of ever. Hating, craving, and clinging, metaphorically known as the three mental poisons. In all pragmatism may all liberation of all others be fueled by the three wish-fulfilling jewels of following the Buddha's example, applying his instructions, and cooperating with his students. Having sat for the better part of an hour, we might find it refreshing to conversationally recite the 8-syllable synopsis of these past 2 pages while performing deep knee bends. This, of course, is optional. Oh. Okay, let's set our heels at about shoulder width. It's simple. Ass to the grass and then up on our tippy toes. May we free all through the 3 jewels. May we free all through the 3 jewels. May we free all through the 3 jewels. You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In about 11 hours, I would very much like to return to tomorrow's first session of chanting, as well as meditation. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.